Michael really one guy who really did the damage for them? Just kind of what did you see in all of those at-bats?
Yeah, I mean, he had a great game. I mean, he had 3 different pitches for home runs. You know, he had a great game. You know, he beat us for sure.
What did you see from Matt today? What was different?
Yeah, I mean, not a lot. I mean, I think he, he got into trouble at the first inning. Weatherholt, I think, worked a really good at bat against him, and I think, that's it. When in the first inning and you walk a guy on like a 9-10 pitch at bat, like it puts you behind the 8 ball immediately as a starting pitcher in my eyes. You've thrown almost innings pitches for an inning and you got nobody out and starting the game, and so they did a nice job in the first inning. Obviously the home runs, but it's one of those games where you make some mistakes. I didn't think. The first home run I thought maybe was a mistake. The last two were just he hit some good pitches, and you tip your cap. So sometimes that happens.
Baez, 3 different pitches he hit out. Just kind of describe what it's like facing a guy that you don't really know at the big league level and how he beat you.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much out there now that you have a good idea, and you can watch film on a guy. So we had a good idea. I didn't execute, and hats off to him. He sometimes they're taken, sometimes they're hit for singles or doubles, and he capitalized. Missed with the first heater, and he was ready for it. Had the changeup, the second at bat, and probably could have been a little more away. And he put a good swing on it, and then hit a backdoor slider on the last one, and just sometimes it happens like that. Hats off to him, and that was the difference in the game. I mean, that's 5 runs from those 3 at bats, and that was the difference when it came down to it, right? So hats off to him. That I put us in an early hole, and boys came back and tied it up there, but unfortunately that that ended up being the difference. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's a good player. It's like it's a top. He's a reason why he's called up, and I know that he had some recognition. Coming up too in terms of just his status and whatnot. He's had a great year and hit a lot of home runs in AAA. So, I mean, he's talented. He's a good hitter. And you don't. And it's my mentality. You don't attack anybody any differently, right? He got the better of me today, and he had that battle, and we were trying to attack him with some different pitches, and he could have been better. Wasn't bad. I think could have been better though, and he created some damage from it. So hats off to him, and I got something to learn, and Lord willing, we'll be competing against them again at another point.
You've been pitching so well. Is there anything other than those pitches, you feel you have to look at going into the next start, or? No,
I mean, was kind of the difference in the game was that just his 3 at bats. I mean, those were the runs right there. I mean, there was a walk, obviously the 2 walks scored, and having a runner on base, really from those walks in both those circumstances. Makes it more damage, right? Like it takes it from 3 solos to adding it on, right? Because the runner was on after that Weatherholt at bat in the first inning. But I mean, sometimes you make mistakes, and I made mistakes in Kansas City last week, and sometimes they're balls, or sometimes you just get away with them, right? And that's baseball. There's definitely, like I said, there's always things to work on. There'll be things to work on, and we'll get back at it and be ready for Friday.
Edward Cabrera's coming back
tomorrow.
Just with his return, the guys that you guys acquired at the trade deadline early.
Yeah.
What's the vibe kind of with the rotation, especially where you guys are trying to get to and where you guys are at this season?
No, for sure. Edward's so talented. He's been working his tail off to come back. It's crazy. He went down right before I came back up. In New York there, and but he's it's been fun to watch him do his thing. And I think collectively we just look at this as we have so much talent. And as Craig says, with the bullpen, our job is just to get outs in the same way in the rotation. And obviously, when we get to where we want to go in October, that's the main goal, is just to get 27 outs. And it doesn't matter how we get them. We know we got guys that can do it. And our rotation kind of looks at that the same way. And we're excited to do what's necessary. And, man, anytime you add a guy like Edward with his talent, it's going to make a team better.
I mean, from the other side, it was kind of one guy who did the damage. Just what did you think from watching his at-bats?
Man, really got to tip your cap to that performance and, 3 home runs in the first 3 at-bats. Just understanding probably all the feelings he was having, and, I think that's kind of the debut you dream about. So, unfortunate it came against us, but, just really a incredible thing to be a part of.
And from your perspective, your homer, can you just walk us through that at-bat?
I just looking to bring home some runs, get a pitch I could handle, and it really felt like Wrigley kind of gave me a little bit of help there going down the line and kept that ball fair, and just a good swing on a pitch I was looking for.
3 home runs, 3 different places, the ballpark, 3 different pitches. Guys don't do that in their whole career. He does it in one day. You said tip your cap, but no one's ever seen a performance like that. It's never happened.
It's never happened before. There's so many levels to it. Boyd being a guy who is an established major league pitcher, he's been throwing great for us. Getting everybody out, and it's just really incredible. I don't even know, how to put it, to give it enough credit. It's just an incredibly difficult thing to do. So it's pretty amazing.